Hello everybody, welcome back to another video of Noah's Saltwater Aquatics. I figured it was about time for another deep dive since it's been a minute since we did the last one. This episode, I think we're gonna do, or not, I think we are doing an episode on the Valentini Puffer, and I think the next episode I'll do some sort of like wrasse because I haven't had the best experience with the wrasses, but we'll get there when we get there. Anyways, so starting off with the Valentini Puffer, that's for those who watch the channel or watched other videos on the channel. That's Frank. That's the type of species that he is. So basically, just gonna cover kind of what I think about him and stuff like that. So to start off with, you get them like fairly small. I've seen some mixed things on how big they grow. So I've seen they grow from 4 inches to like 6 to 8 inches. So I'm not really sure on how big they get, but Frank's, I would say maybe about that big. I would say maybe like I don't know how many inches that is, but it's not. I think it's close to probably like 4 or 5, maybe. So I don't know, but their diet's pretty easy. At least for Frank, he eats the little pellets. He eats krill and he eats mice shrimp. So he's pretty easy to feed. I normally feed Frank about once a day. And basically, the best way I could probably like sum up on how he is that he's just pretty much a dog, but like in water. I really think they're great. The one thing to kind of keep in mind with them is that invertebrates, like you could snails, crabs, um, shrimp, anything like that, it could be a hit or miss with. They are known to nip at them and eat at them and stuff like that. I've personally had not really that many issues with them, but it's up to kind of your discretion. From what I've seen, they could live about like 5 to 10 years. So pretty good length. But yeah, so back to the other point, which I briefly hit on, is the whole water dog thing. He's pretty much center of the like he always needs to be like up in the camera and like paying it like basically you need to look at him. So like in the morning I come up and he'll come and greet me at the tank, and when I'm leaving he'll like watch me leave and stuff like that. So it's definitely interesting. I had to warn my dad about getting stared at by him because he does a lot of staring from the outside of the tank. Another thing that I guess is fairly common for him too, which kind of freaked me out the first time that pretty I think it was like the first night that I had him, is they sleep, which you're like, oh, okay, whatever. But like for example, Frank will sit in the corner of like the fish tank, and like the first time that happened, I thought he died. So obviously he's good. But yeah, that's definitely something to know. I'm pretty sure he's out sleeping now because it is currently like 12 something, I think. So just flipped on the light, but this is what I meant when I meant that they sleep in the corner. So he'll literally just sit here and sleep, and then in the morning he'll be swimming around or he'll be on the rocks sometime. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, so that's something to note. But yeah, he's fairly active with his swimming, so he'll kind of meander around the tank. He'll be picking at the rock work and stuff like that. Um, if I remember correctly, he wasn't that expensive. So I think he was probably somewhere from like 30 to 40 bucks, something like that. Um, yeah, and then with at least Frank, I haven't obviously, I don't really pay attention to too much puffers other than him. But with Frank, he has like a blue line or blue like lines that go down his back. It's pretty, if you could say that. So yeah, trying to think of anything else. Um, he's pretty easy. I got a lid on the tank. I don't think he would jump. They, as they're puffer fish, they do puff up. I've never seen Frank puff up once, so I actually had to look that up because he's always been super chill. But yeah, overall, to like sum everything up, uh, they're water dogs pretty much. Be careful with what you have in the tank because they can eat inverts or nip out of inverts. They're easy to feed. They get anywhere from like 4 to 8 inches. I've read different places, so they get decent. I would say probably like minimum of like 30 gallons or something like that. But yeah, overall, I think I would definitely recommend one. It kind of just depends on what you have in your tank. I know they may nip at some corals too, so between inverts and corals, that may be a deal breaker. But yeah, so just want to do a deep dive on him. I guess I'll probably, well, he's sleeping now, so I can't really put in a clip, but every day if you go on shorts, that's what he looks like. I'm still learning how to edit, so I don't know if I can edit in a picture or not. But yeah, so I hope everyone enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this, let me know. Also, side note, drop a comment. Trying to still get a name for the clownfish, the weird swimming clownfish. So drop our name in the comments if you do have one. So, and then, the usual, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Join us for the fun content coming up. Yeah. So hopefully everyone has a good rest of your day. For me, it's night, so night or day. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.